Hi, welcome back to Bike Like a Dog. One of the things I wanted to do today was actually kind of go through and show a few of the mods. A few of the mods, pretty much all of the mods that I've done lately. I don't have that many, and being a technically challenged individual, I've saved the harder ones for later. Got several things coming up with that. I've got some the CFMOTO aux lights that I'm going to put on. I've got a tank grips that I'm going to put on. I've got what else? I've got the lights I'm putting in back. They're from Cyclops. Come on, skiing lights. The P3 skiing lights that I'm putting in the back. I got a Thunderbox that I'm putting on. Those are the things that I have right now in my possession. That it's just a matter of, finding the time and everything to do it, right? But right now I've got a few things that were easier to do because some of those are going to obviously need for me to be tapping into electrical and stuff like that. So one reason I got the Thunderbox to try and make things a little bit easier, not just for what I have now, but I'm wanting to get a GPS unit like your Garmin. I want to get a dash cam system, which will also include CarPlay, that kind of stuff. So several things that I'm going to be using Power for. Well, hopefully that Thunderbox is going to make a few things easier. Not everything, because like the skiing lights have to tie in with your brake light and your turn signals and stuff, because they have to, they mirror the brake light and the turn signals. So not everything will go through the Thunderbox, but just for main power, just for stuff that I want powered while I have the bike running, that Thunderbox will work. That will include stuff like if I decide to add heated grips or any other kind of heated gear or anything. I can just put a little pigtail outside, and the Thunderbox will be good for that. Okay. Sure would be nice if there was a shaded spot I could use, but I don't see any shaded spots, so I'll just have to use what I can. All right, so let's take a look at this right quick. All right, so first thing to notice is I've got right up here, put on a GPS mount. You can see the two screws there, and you can see how it doesn't interfere with the windscreen going up and down. Right now I've got my quad lock on it. With my phone, which is nice because this windshield is providing a little extra protection for the phone. But eventually that is where I want to put my dash cam. Everything. Yeah, it says 450 MT. Life's tough. Live with it. Well, as long as I'm up here, Barkbusters. Yeah, that was the part that I actually ordered the wrong one. And make sure you order the part specific or the bike specific Barkbusters, because the connection over on the inside is very unique. You can see it over here. You can see this bracket. It's very, very, very unique. And you need to make sure you get that now. Footpegs. These are from CFMOTO. They're the upgraded footpegs. I put those on there, and they come with some extra little things to screw in there as well. The last thing I did not replace my brake lever because, and I don't know if you can see this, but right here, there's no way to unscrew this little pin here, and you do have to unscrew it. It doesn't just like pop out. Believe me, I tried to pop it out. It doesn't pop out. But I did replace the clutch side with this little 2-finger clutch. Now, it's a cheapie from Amazon. I'm going to keep my eyes out for something a little better, but right now it does the trick of keeping that from pinching my 2 fingers. I can clutch with 2 fingers, keep 2 on the handlebars, and I like that. To be honest, I'm not sure I would have used the brake anyway, because it is a cheap little, it was like $35 for the set of 2, and I'm just not sure it would have been a good brake lever. All right, so that's about it. I'm going to have to get going because this camera is getting hot, and I know what happens when this camera gets hot. It shuts down. All right. Dirt. All right. So we're going to start off just sitting. Not going to cut up too much in front of these people's houses. Wouldn't mind. Okay, is that snatchy? Doesn't seem to be as bad as it used to be. What in the world? There's somebody nosing out there. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be as bad as it used to be, but maybe. I don't know. I do know this. I don't regret doing that, making that change, because it certainly didn't hurt. It's no worse than it used to be. Right now, I'll go with no worse. Graduator. Right? Man, he always said high school was going to kill him. Yeah, thanks, folks. Here all week. All right. Well, that's really going to wrap up this week's video. The mods were really the whole thing. I didn't have a whole lot more to say as I was riding around. I do have those upcoming mods that I want to get on before we take a trip this summer, but mainly I'm trying to get a lot of riding done before we go this summer, especially if I can find dirt and everything, and remember to turn off my traction control. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Be sure before you leave today, make sure you like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And we will be talking to you later. Bye.